Now, a lot of people will tell you that it's difficult to mix things like water-based ink with acrylic because acrylic is plasticky and it will sort of repel that ink, but I mix them all the time and I'll show you how I like to do it. So one of the keys to mixing is having some white area as well. And another key to mixing is to not introduce a complement at this point. We're still staying analogous with our ink colors. So what have you got over there to choose from? Let me see.
I have more turquoise.
And blue, London blue, and white. And white will be important here in a second. And I have the colors that I use for my background. I have pink and orange. I'm going to choose a stencil that I already have so I get great visual continuity. And I'm just going to not hold it in one spot and pump the plunger.
Okay.
Because you'll get seepage underneath, right? So keep your hand moving. You do want to be aware you're sitting next to me so that I don't end up with a blue cheek there. But keep the nozzle down and then move it in a little flowing motion like that. And that way it won't seep underneath your stencil too much. I mean, it always will a little bit. I always say the 3 words you need to know when using ink are oops, oh well.
Yeah, oops.
Oh well. I mean, really, ink is an imperfect medium. It will drip when you don't want it to. It will, bad things happen sometimes when you use ink, and you just have to be at peace with it. So maybe 2 areas there. And then you're left with this great ink here on the stencil, so I usually flip it over and give it a press somewhere. And then how it ends up is how it ends up. It's great. Perfect. Honestly.
Yeah, oops, oh well.
And that to me is a little bit of cool color intensity, and your focal point's gonna go right there, and you just have to be at peace with the mess. That's how I operate. Okay.
Created an okay frame.
One more thing that might freak you out a little bit.
Oh boy.
Choose that other color of ink you have. I'm going to make a puddle, and I'm going to do what I've been calling a pour. Okay. So we're going to unscrew the ink. Keep in mind when you do this that spills happen. Just look at my studio carpet. You'll see the difference. I'm going to pour about a quarter-size puddle here at the top. Then we're going to open that white ink, so have that ready as well. And we're going to put a little drop of white in there. And the reason why is that this is transparent color, and that white is semi-opaque. And so it's going to be more opaque on the acrylic than these inks will by themselves, and it's going to look cool. So I want a drip to start from here, come down the bottom. A drip is a good way to add a little bit of continuity to the whole piece. The drips touch a little of every layer, and so they bring it all together into a finished whole. Okay, so it's one of my secret weapons for composition. So I'm going to puddle, and it's going to be weird, and you have to be at peace with where it goes. Let's see. Be brave. Perfect. Oh. And then add a little white right into that drip. Perfect. So hold up this edge just a bit for me. Okay. Now with your finger, you're going to tell the drip where you want it to pour, because I've learned I can't really control it, but I kind of can by giving it a little place to run. You're like creating a stream for it to run. Excellent. Okay. And now you're going to, let's turn it this way, and you're going to lift it up and lift it away from you, and you're going to let it drip down the page. Ooh. Isn't it delicious?
It is.
Notice how your composition changes there, that drip pushes all of the other layers back. Yeah?
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great foundation upon which we can journal, and our focal point is going to cover that drip a little bit.
Yeah, and I really like how that white is mixing there.
It marbles it in a way, and because it has a little bit of an opacity to it, it really helps it pop up from your background. So you have a really nice analogous background. You can see the different colors that you've got going on there, your turquoise, your green, your blues. I have the other side of the color wheel here going on, and this is going to be a great foundation to put our focal point. So this needs to dry. You can't work on a wet drip, and when it's dry, we're going to write our journaling and build our foundation.
All right, let's do it.
Thanks.